Okay, we're on Aquarius. Aquarius energy. Yeah, you are so excited. You are feeling the energy of a complete, huge change coming in. And you know it. Just not always sure where it's coming from, but you know it's coming. Oh, look at that. I was just sitting here shuffling my cards. I didn't even realize this was at the bottom of it. Very light-hearted message. This is the light-hearted message. Like, that is coming in. That's weird. There was someone else. Who was it? Had to have been... Was it Scorpio? I wanted to say Aries, but... It's either Aries or Scorpio had another message card, but it was the Hawk one. And that's like an important message. And I even talked about in that one how this one was like a lighthearted message. So I wonder if the Hawk one is more of a giving. They're giving that message. And then this one is like you're receiving this message. I feel like you're receiving this important, life-changing message. Extremely. Oh my gosh, you're seeing a lot of signs. A lot of signs about this. It's saying be patient, be patient, be patient. There's something still, there's like a transformation going on here that is going to perfect this message. Possibly involving Virgo. Okay. Be sure to check your rising moon and Venus signs as my videos do cross connect. Welcome to Shaman Messages. Good morning, Aquarius. I am Oracle Unicorn. I don't know if I went through this whole spew. Spontaneous, and you got the message again. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share on social media. You never know who else this could actually help. Bring them up to an uplifting more energy. Wow, you even have it's like a destiny clarity supposed to be happening, but it's kind of it's like you're rolling the dice and kind of taking a chance into this at the same time. Okay, Aquarius? But this is very spontaneous to happen. Holy cow, every sign in my zodiac is getting, every sign in my chart, every sign in my zodiac, every sign in my chart is getting this spontaneous card. It's going to be a magical wish come true for you, though, that is going to grant a lot of fun, healing, beautiful confirmation when it comes to law and woman's wisdom. So for some of you that is dealing with the law, you're going to get a message possibly when it comes to something about this that's destined to happen. If you lose the battle now, remember it's because you're taking baby steps to win the war. Okay? No matter how many battles you have to lose, you're still taking baby steps to win the war. It's going to come back around for the better. Okay? Even if it doesn't go right now. Because there's a lot of healing, a lot of stability that's being built for you to be able to kind of come back with a hammering of a force, a sledgehammer of a force. Okay, it will work out. It's cutting through the deception. It's cutting through all like the lies and everything, and self-deceit in yourself, and justice. So justice is going to come out of this, okay? Justice is going to come out of this. For some of you that this is like an extreme serious reading when it involves the law or something like that. You Wow. Balance. It's coming into karmic balance with this. Some of you, there's like an extreme kind of like change of destined events that are really about to unfold for you, that is going to bring you some cutting truths, but it's coming into like a unification for you yourself or you between someone else, that is granting a lot of clarity, giving out a lot of clarity into like past events. You got the spontaneity card too. On top of that other one, Capricorn got that double time too. And I got a lot of Capricorn in my chart. Got 4 Capricorns in my chart. I'm an Aquarius sun and an Aries rising, but there was some correspondence about this when it comes to Scorpio. See how like that kind of like helps you kind of figure out little messages here and there, what's really amplified in your chart, like some kind of spontaneity of something, of a message is going to come to me, because that is overall that is like overt messages in all of my charts. When any zodiac reading I see, that's why I have a hard time kind of like when it comes to just watching love readings. I really like to know also some of these energies can come in different aspects, so that's why I really don't like to hone in too much on a love reading aspect into this. But Capricorn was very heavy into a love aspect into this, but also it did feel a lot of energy. Capricorn got this one too. A lot of energy in when it comes to family too. So if it's not like specifically a love reading between you and someone else, this could be dealing into family matters as well, especially with the unconditioning of giving and receiving. With Capricorn, it was a lot of when it comes to heart-to-heart communications, they got the cutting energy too, but you're the one that got the union card, okay? And coming into spiritual home, justice, in active principle, protection into this matter, like truth's clarities coming out. And see, that one was a little bit different, but this one you're gaining the natural wisdom of the nature, the understanding in the nature of the natural cycles of nature, and balancing acts, and I want to say action with reaction, like you're understanding the unfoldment, the alignment within that, and really being able to have a sense of balance with empathy when it comes to harsh communication towards you. You're coming into an understanding of alignment to not give that back when it's being done to you, okay? It's like you are really coming into an observational understanding in healing aspects and the natural balance into things, and even giving this healing out with an unconditional, like probably a heart-to-heart conversation and something, and cutting through deception. It's like an overall really coming into an intense, if you come into a heart-to-heart conversation about something and it tries to go negative, you stay cool, calm, and collective and aligned, and like, okay, this, and this, this, and this. Even if it's hurtful in your heart, you're like, okay, but I have an understanding. I understand. I get that. I see why, you know, and a unhealed soul as to why that would happen. So it's like, it hurt, but at the same time, it's automatically healed because your function and alignment and understanding just went from pain to heal. It just, you alchemically shifted it right then and there. And it's purified healing of union, and it's like a mystical experience in cutting of deception, truths, and clarity, and that it may trigger a little like hurt, like, yeah, but I get it. So it's like it don't bother you. It naturally just did not bother you. It's like, yeah, well, I figured, you know. It's like you're an Aquarius, you're just like, yeah, well, you know, I figured. But, you know, that's why I thought about it, that's why I went through it, and that's why I really analyzed my trigger into that. It's like inspirations and visions about the unconscious power within you, the wisdom that you've had within you. You're getting truth and clarity and seeing the unification in yourself of being able to see these mysteries and secrets, and really coming into trust, joy, and wish fulfillment within your own unity with yourself, and being able to do that with the other person. It's just like, no matter what kind of negative like test they throw onto you, you're just like, what else do you have? Yeah, that sucks. But I'm already done over that. What else do you want to come and bring to the surface? Because, like, you think I'm going to lash out on you over it, and I'm like, I've already thought about all this 100 times and wanting myself, my own self-healing within this, and you, oh my gosh, you become the kookaburra. You literally try to hold back the, like, the humor you see out of this with yourself and how you're being. You just see yourself in a whole nother light as like such a serious, complete, powerful like alchemical transformational of energy out of this. And you literally like have to hold back your like giggles into this like like you're trying not to be ego about it. And that's why you're trying to hold back your laughter in it. You're just trying not to be so on a high horse with this whole thing. You really are. You're just kind of like, okay, humble. Just like, you keep thinking in your head, stay humble, stay humble, stay off that high horse. You don't want to look like an arrogant dumbass, and then all of these lessons just all go away, and then you literally see yourself as a bewilderment, even though you know you're not. But you kind of, out of doing that, it becomes a serious ego trip, and then it shifts your energy into a harsh energy, and you really start seeing that in yourself, and then you're just like, well, I just have to stay in this energy. No matter how much it may be triggering them, you're not going to allow it to trigger any inch of you. And that's how you end up becoming an exemplification for this other person. They literally start seeing this and start analyzing it. Analyzing the crap out of it. And possibly can pull into self-pity type of way, but then that's when you start throwing in compassion. You start being like, don't feel bad about yourself. Like, it's okay. You know, you don't be so like cold-hearted about it either. Instead of kind of bringing this onto yourself, being like, throw more at me, you know? What more do you have? You're just like, it's okay, don't feel so bad. I mean, you learn your own lessons into this, you know? We all are growing. I mean, I'm glad you had the strength to come to me with all of this. I know it took a lot of energy on your part, a lot of ego sucking down on your part, but I appreciate it. And you show how much it doesn't even bother you. And then they literally shift in that energy just like you. They're able to do it. And it literally opens a whirlwind of trust, purified, heart to heart open, all times, every second of the day. Anything they have to say, they're just gonna say it. They're just gonna tell you, because it's like the way you handle it makes them very comforted. So that's why you staying off your egotistical high horse on this is going to heal not just you in this endeavor, but the other person in this endeavor too, and literally completely change them. They're able to step in their full potential self because of you being able to do this with them. Okay, I feel that is very, very, very important. And y'all become a spiritual home together, everything you actually wanted with this person, okay? The unconditional giving and receiving, allowing yourself to receive all this in a very unconditionally loving way, and giving compassion to them over being able to do this, because it was extremely hard for them to open up in any inch of this, okay? And this was destined to happen, to root the crap out of your spiritual homeness and harmony with yourself, okay? It's very important. Gives you a lot of confirmations, and you really step into your your womanly compassion, wisdom within yourself, and being able to grant that as like an ultimate mother towards that person and heal, because I feel they had mother issues. So to help heal their mother issues in a very kind of like loving way, not a sex-oriented way, but a very compassionate, loving way. You then are that motherly figure to them in an aspect. You are everything they've always ever wanted ever since they were a kid, and didn't have no understanding on how to give that, but to just know that, or feel as if that's never there. It's not real. That it's not true to be able to get that from someone. And then in retrospect shift, you do that for yourself too, because they tend to give that sense of healing in that direction, and sense of healing possibly when it comes to either your mother or your father issues. They give that same to you because of you being able to do that for them. They literally subconsciously open unto that part of your healing need and give that kind of compassion given unto you, and heal either it be your father issues or mother issues that you really didn't feel as connected or loved in that area in your life, or enough love, or feel as if you were even important enough, and feelings as deep-seated childhood wounds as to why you feel as if you're not good enough, or as to why you feel as if you are just cold-hearted, harsh person, because you just or lonely, because you feel as if I don't see where this kind of love that I really am giving and trying to keep giving unto myself, and I want this back from someone else, you know, and like be able to give that to someone else. Like, you are really feeling the motherly vibes in yourself to want to give that to someone, and also receive that back from someone. And if you're a female, it's greatly in a masculine aspect, and if you're a male, it's greatly in a feminine aspect. Without the sex, I mean, and that motherly, fatherly type thing issue heals without the sex being there. And then the relationship rooting, the next level of that, the relationship rooting, with that being there and that being grounded, your next step then turns into like a spousal connection, and that actually heals within the sacral chakra root of things, with past experiences of possibly getting cheated on, this, that, and another. That won't happen with this person, and you'll gain a full sense of trust, being able to truly really let go, pains of the past of that, and feel a sense of healing with that, because now you with this other person and this other person with you have been able to really mesh and unite with each other on this kind of level. First, it literally was rooted into a sense of like mother, father, mother, son type of relationship kind of thing, father, son type of relationship kind of thing. And then it levels up into kind of like a spousal healing relationship kind of thing with each other, because you literally start amplifying and weaving together each other's like love and specs that y'all are really truly looking for, subconsciously looking for all along, and trying to really give that to yourself, working so hard to give that upon yourself and come out of these pains. And the last aspect of it that was needed to be meshed and healed was y'all's love coming together into each other and tightening, and then coming into like team players, because y'all just healed into trust and tight knitted working into each other. Totally solidified your souls into each other, your hearts into each other, your hearts become one. And I explained this with one other zodiac. Who did I explain this with? It was a Sagittarius. Maybe it was Aries. But I really think it was Scorpio. Yeah, I really think it was Scorpio, y'all. That I explained that kind of bond. And this is why I just don't feel it's twin flame. I know a lot of you kind of believe in that, I mean, in that aspect of it, that would be twin flame. But it's kind of like, it's to me, it's almost like in a different form, because I definitely see a lot of like, you know, soulmate interactions that I have with people, and then different interaction when it came to someone that I see is a serious twin flame. They're literally like my aspect of like myself, and kind of like things that I don't like about myself, they kind of like harness that and like mirror that in a way, like, or it's just like shooting fire in a way. It's like, that's how I see it. It's like they see themselves as lit up in this kind of ultimateness, and I see it this way, but like they don't kind of like collaborate, but yet they trigger each other to see this one wants to be healed in those aspects and see differences in this one. It's like, that's really what I see a twin flame is, like twin aspects. And the funny thing is, I'm an air sign as a sun, okay, and think of mirroring, it's flipped. He's a Sagittarius, that's fire, okay, but his rising is a Gemini, that's air. My rising is an Aries. That's a mirroring aspect. That's why I see it as a twin flame. There was so many weird things, so many ties in some areas. It was like, yeah, it was totally meant to happen in my life, but at the same time, I just don't see that person as my forever partner. I see them as the biggest lesson of my life to give me extreme self-growth. That heartfelt feeling is just, it's not there. And it's not, and when I met them and first locked eyes with them, it was a completely different feeling. Completely different feeling than what I really went through with one other person. That was completely different, and I had no clue what it was. until later on I kind of have an idea, but that's a whole different story that I'm really wanting to create a YouTube video for, or a whole YouTube channel for, but I don't know. It's like I feel deep down inside I'm correct, but I don't all the way know that I'm correct. It's just like maybe there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes about this, but I don't know. I'm not all the way for sure. I don't have all the facts laid out before me in this. So my other channel, when it comes to stuff like this, then I'm really going to kind of put a lot of lessons into work with this, into explanations when it comes to this with my other channel, a bunch of videos about this. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting to start that one until like I really step into a forever partner kind of dynamic, and I can get the other person's views on all this, like both the masculine and the feminine. Like I feel that would be really fun for one, and I feel that would be like perfect. Having two of these aspects actually be together, come together, you know, already together. They both feel the same way about the dynamic, and be able to explain the dynamic and explain everything that was going on, because that person will be able to know everything that happened behind the scenes, and this person will be able to know everything that happened within them that was known upon this. You see, it's like, so I'm literally I'm impatient with this one, because I don't want to start something that I could literally be completely wrong about. But I want to do it, because if I end up with something completely different than what it was I went through, I want to be able to express that version too. Completely express that version too, because of aspects of like when it comes to card reading, someone dealing with someone of the past that they feel is their like what some people not think, but actually feel, well, a lot of you actually feel that your twin flame is your forever partner, that you're supposed to be together. And an aspect of a new person coming in. Got completely sidetracked. An aspect of a new person coming in, because I've seen a lot of videos of like a new person coming into my life, and a lot of videos of like that past person that I did feel that instant like severe like telekinetic like connection with. Don't want to talk about it further than this though. So I don't know, because a lot of videos have said that this person is going to open up, but then that's a matter of free will on that person, and then I could end up with a new person, and I won't know anything in this area at all, because it was all done behind the scenes, and I don't know all the aspects in this person's understanding, or what they felt, or if I was even correct in telekinetic understanding with this person. So I don't know. That's why I don't know. I don't have all the clear answers, but apparently clarity and truth is coming, and I'm an Aquarius sun, so we will see. I mean, light-hearted messages, spontaneity, and then this happened greatly when it came to Capricorn, and I have 4 aspects of Capricorn in my chart. My moon's Capricorn. And to think that a lot of my energy in vibrations aren't coming out in here, yeah, okay, sure. You know, I really do believe a lot of my aspects of things that's happening in my life come out in this too, because I do get visions of certain like things and things that's happened in my past that help, that really call out into the message to be able to really share it and extend out a level of understanding to those that do watch this. Okay, so that is also the side project of unification into a new channel that I really want to bring together. But if I end up with a new person, I don't know how I would be able to do that. How would I be able to, I mean, I guess I would literally have to change the name and like explain to how I felt when I met this person, the new person, of what's going on and around. And when it comes to card readings on YouTube, like, oh man, I got so many ideas. So many. Visions and inspiration. So I'm at y'all's level with this, okay? Because we also do have, I'm saying we, as in me, you, Aquarius is here, you know, we do have unconscious hidden powers that are coming in within this thing. And Capricorn got sudden shock of events too, okay? So this is why I do look at other readings and zodiacs when it comes to my chart, because things do line up. And if it's all over your chart when it comes to some certain things that is going on here, truth and clarity, you'll see it in some aspect of your life, either whether it deals with family or a friend or someone that you have extreme love for, or an ex or something like that. It's going to somehow come up and enter into your vicinity. It always does, because it always did for me. So I know it's some aspect. Even if you have a focused vision in one aspect, it didn't come there, I can guarantee you it came in another way. I can guarantee that, because it totally happened with me. And mysteries and secrets being there, and patience. This is like the Ace of Cups. So a sudden shock, triumph of a new level into something, sudden shock of events, possibly heart to heart, emotional, you know, messages coming out, you know. But I don't want to give myself some hope. I want to give myself, like, you know, false hope. Like, cool. Cards kind of lean towards that direction, but I guess this can come from a different direction. This can come from something of my family. I didn't know what the hell was happening. I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, and I subconsciously somehow felt this happening or going on, and there was some kind of rude awakening, some kind of unexpected shock and events happening, and I find out when it comes to my family. So see how it can literally come from any aspect? And that's what I really like hone in on a lot when it comes to doing readings, because it's like, if you're too focused in one direction, like love, like it's coming from love, it's coming from that person, it can give yourself false hopes. And the way some people are kind of reading this, that you're kind of giving them false hopes and false sense of focus, you know? So thank you, Aquariuses, for listening. I love y'all so much with all my heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on social media. You never know who else this will help, and help them to keep them from having some kind of false hope when it comes to watching card readings all the time. Not downing other card readers. They are really good. I just kind of figured out some secrets behind certain aspects when it comes to this. And I really like to teach people those aspects that, even though one reading may say it's coming from that direction, it may not with your situation be coming from that direction. It could be from family life, or it could be specifically from your work line of, you know, visions and inspiration coming in, that it's not love, or literally that it is, for some of you, love. And that's what I feel is coming into a sense of awareness of any direction that this could come in, and not holding on too tight when it comes to that specific honed in focus on where it's coming from, letting it go, allowing yourself to be aware to everything that's going on around you, everything, every little thing, being very observant. You have this card, being of clarity with every observant of things that are coming in, and seeing how specific certain cards and aspects of things that were being brought up in your readings are actually coming from the specific direction and not coming from that honed in direction or spoken of direction, okay? Because I have even fallen into a lot of false hope when it comes to watching love readings, and they saying it's specifically, these energies are specifically coming in from your love partnership, but also keep in mind that it could definitely be lengthened on depending on the other person's freedom of will to actually correspond or collaborate, and that it could even fall into a line of a new person depending on whether or not that person really wants to collaborate with that energy that you really feel have a strong tie to. So not to hold on too tight, especially when you see something like this. This could end up being work for me for all I know, you know, but it's nice to know it's in my energy field, to be personally honest. Cool. That gives me almost a little sense of like calmness that there is change coming in. When I was shuffling one of my decks, I got the hello and goodbye card, and whenever I always get the hello and goodbye card, I always end up leaving into a new direction. So certain ways and areas like that actually do help. And they do help a sense of calmingness. Okay, there is something coming in, and to not feel as pushed so much into feeling as if you have to create some opportunity for yourself because you're having a hard time in this area of direction of your life is destined to come in. No matter which direction it's coming from, it's coming. Could be an aspect of home, could be an aspect of work, or yes, it can be an aspect of your love life. So I love y'all, and I will see you next week. Goodbye, my beautiful Aquariuses.